Hello, I am Uncle Mike with my Kerbal Career, and this is mission 2. And originally mission 2 was planned to be a press for orbit because I do have a contract here, which is down here, which is orbit Kerbin, and that's where I want to get toward next. But from mission 1, we ended up just short of enough science to get in the research tree, so in the research and development here, to get the construction, which is right here, the construction, which allows us to get some of these adapters, but mainly the struts, and then move on eventually into here to be able to get then the aerodynamic fairing. So that's where I want to get to next, looking at some of the other fuel systems, the larger fuel systems and the larger engines. So the next skill trees are going to be the larger engines with the larger fuel tanks, the aerodynamic cone here. But this is general construction is where we want to go next. So we need to work toward getting 45 science because everything else looks pretty good of what I want to do in terms of my Comrade program, which is named after Admiral Andre on YouTube, a virtual astronaut who also does Kerbal Space Program, not only historic builds, but also just started his own Kerbal Career. So that's what we want to get towards. So I have an idea of what I want to do. So let's go into the VAB, and this is going to be mission 2 here is going to be a small hop, meaning we are not even going to leave orbit in this one. We are going to build ourselves again a new unmanned vehicle to lower the risks. Let's go ahead and put this on here right there. So there is our command module, and then we've unlocked these smaller fuel tanks, the Oscar B. So this is what I'm thinking. Don't need a lot of fuel. And then we unlocked this new spark, so we're going to put that there. Then what we are going to do is, no, I'm not going to like that. I want to put a battery on here just to make sure though that we do not run out of electrical charge. So there is the basic of our hopper. This is going to be our little hopper vehicle. And we have the landing legs. Let's go ahead and do those. We need 4 landing legs. Now, what I definitely want to do also is for orientation. We're going to put some science on this thing. We're going to put, nope, not that much, just 2 science. There we go, 2 mystery goos. Something like that looks good. So that way we can see the orientation, because this face right here is, you want to call it the front. So that's why I'm doing that. Legs look pretty good here. But one of the things that we're going to do is I want these to be a wider base. I'm not really sure. There we go. Something like that. Now I want to move them. There we go. That's a much wider base of what I want. So we need to continue putting on our science. So now we'll just put on our barometers. We shall put on our thermometers. Now, one of the things also I want to do is I want to have an escape system on this. So one of the things that I'm also going to do on utility is put 2 drogues. So in case I lose control of the vehicle, perhaps I can save it with some drogues. These take a lot less pressure to deploy, to get them under full canopy, so they're quicker. So, and it's a pretty small little hopper that I'm designing here. The reason why I'm doing this little hopper is because I want to get the science, because I know that if I put the vehicle out on the launch pad or the runway, I can get science, but it looks as if I should be able to get science at some of the other locations here at the center. So I want the little hopper to fly around the Space Center to get its science. So that's what I am designing here. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I have a light. That might be kind of interesting to put a light on this too. So yeah, we could actually put one light right down there like so. That's an interesting idea. And have that just look pretty much straight down. Then we can even move the light in like that. So now we've got this light here. And now the next thing that I want to do is now, not sure if this is really going to work out, nor if I'm going to like it. I'm going to put this, and then I'm going to move this down. Yeah, I'm going to clip it, but just something you have to live with Kerbal Space Program. So this is now our little lander, our little hopper, because it's not really designed. It actually is a pretty good looking little lander design. So what I'm going to do now is I want to go and grab the whole thing. Oops, nope, I don't want to be in this mode. I want to be in. I want to go ahead and rotate it. So now I'm oriented. As you know, I like to do that. I like to orient my vehicle so the front of them face or east for launch. So that's what we're going to do. So now we got to rename this. And this is not really a vehicle for space, so I don't really want to call it a Manley named after Scott Manley, nor do I want to call this a Comrade vehicle because it's named after, again, Admiral Andre. So I think what I'm going to do is, because Hopper's in the news, we're going to name this the Musk after Elon Musk of SpaceX. I'm going to name this the Musk Mk1. This is for KSC. Kerbal Space Center. This is the hopper. No, this is the Sci, because we're trying to get Sci. This is the SciHopper. There we go. Let's go ahead and save this vehicle and let's see what we've got here out of our unable to launch. Oh, we need the illuminator and the micros. All right, so we're unable to launch. So we've saved it. Let's go out here to the Space Center. We need to go into the R&D tree. We need to buy those components. They're unlocked for us, but now we just need to actually purchase them. So where is lander? There it is right there. Is it not right there? The micro struts? Yes. Let's go ahead and buy the micro struts. And we also need to then purchase this light. All right, so there we go. Now we should be able to launch because now we own all the components. So again, this is mission 2. This is going to be just a small hop of a mission, just trying to get science around the Space Center with our new Musk Mk1 ASC SciHopper. So let's go ahead and save it. Now let's launch. There we go. We are now able to launch. And of course, we've already got the science from the launch pad. So what we are doing here is we are going to use this to gather science at some of the other different venues that are around Kerbal Space Program, or Kerbal Space Center here. So Kerbin Space Center, KSC. So what we're going to do is just going to do these little hops, because we've got, like, over here is the tracking station. Back over here is space plane hangar, admin buildings over there. So, all right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, we did not check staging, so that could have been a little bit of a disaster. There we go. Need to fix that in the VAB when we go to save this vehicle again. All right, so staging is go. We want throttle at 0, so throttle is go. SAS now is on. All right, we are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and engine on. Add some thrust. It's gonna get off the ground. Look, maybe not. Yes. All right, we're gonna start a pitch program, and now we're just gonna fly this thing. Don't want to get really too high, but we have those parachutes in case we need it. Watching our fuel, I don't know how much fuel we've got, but it's not a lot because we've already gone through about 20% fuel. So, all right, so we are going to head over here. Go ahead and get a little bit of a roll program here. Go. Get this oriented. All right, looking good here. Just now kind of on his back, trying to take out some of our lateral velocity. Come out of the engines a little bit. Need a little bit of a descent, because obviously as we lose fuel, we get lighter, so we don't need as much throttle. And there we go. Oh. Turn SAS off. Will it come back? Is it stuck in the ground? It looks like it. So yes, so all right, well, we'll go with that because I think we're actually touched down. So let's go ahead and open up the Science Junior. There we go, 7.5 science. Let's grab that. Get the mystery goo. Let's grab that. Get our pressure data. Get our temperature data. Would grab another science goo. Don't get as much, but right. And so that's pretty much it. We can recover the whole vehicle. So a nice flight. So this little lander really is going to work out. It's going to let us get science. So you see there's 17.5 science earned for that little hop. So as we look at this, if we could then go over to here, which is like the admin building or whatever this building is. I don't even know what this is. The contract, like I said, I don't even know what this building is called. What is this building called? Mission control. Makes sense. So yeah, we can do the next flight over there, but let's go ahead and unlock what we want to unlock, which is our construction. Then I really want the struts. That's really what I want. What is this? The D25. Is that small or bigger? Don't really know. Well, this one is this is the TD18, so I'm sure that's a very small cup. So we'll probably need that too. And then we've got some other components here, but we'll get those when we need them. So, all right. So now we still need more because I really want to get this because I really want that aerodynamic. I really want this right here, the protective shell. That's really what I'm trying to get toward, because that would make the flight of our vehicles so much better. Of course, we'll just do these hopper missions and see what we get. So there we go. That is what we are doing here in mission 2 of my Kerbal Kareer, is we are trying to just collect science around the Space Center. So seems like everything is working good. I'm just going to save that one more time. Let's launch it. Here we go. Second flight of the Musk Mk1 SciHopper. All right, so now we can do a few things. Last time we did not turn. Oh, I can't even see it now. Can I? Oh, wait. I think. Yes, I can. Haha. The light's on. Go ahead and put up our information here because we're obviously going to burn electrical charge now that we got just the light on. And I'm not sure if we're actually displaying anything on the ground, but we want to head over the building somewhere over there. So, oh, I did not fix staging, so we need to do that before the next flight. So let's go ahead and stage that correctly. So staging is go. Throttle is 0 to start. SAS is on. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine start. Throttle up. Like just to pass 2/3. Yep. Back off the throttle. We're looking. I see the building where we're going. Let's go ahead back off the throttle. Yep, we do have landing light. Oh, let's get on the throttle. We're about to pitch it on its back. Start slowing. Slow down our lateral velocity. We've got an ascent going, so let's go ahead. There we go. All right. See my landing. Okay, we got a descent going on here. Let's go ahead and dial in some throttle. On our back, we got a little too much lateral velocity, and now we've got an ascent going, about 50% fuel. Go, I like this. Come off the throttle. Been real nice. We're getting low. We're getting light, so we're losing our engine stop. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and pick up this science. So 7.5, 3. Get our pressure. Another 3. Log the temperature, another 2 points. I think that's all we really can get. So that's another 17.5. $16.5 there for science. So that looks really good because I did not double up my science goo. So that's why I think it was 1 science less. So all right, everything's looking good. Let's go back to the VAB, and now we'll fly to the VAB. You can see it's outlined, so this is basically just flying it right back to the VAB ground, so this should be the easiest flight. But let's go ahead and fix some things. One of the things we need to definitely fix is staging, so let's go ahead and get that. Now, can I turn on the light? I'll save it. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and launch now. Get the SciHopper back out and go to KSC. So that's what we're doing here is just some basic hoppers to get the science around the Space Center so we can unlock some of the more of the R&D tree that we want, especially that aerodynamic shell. So that's really what we want. So staging is now go. Now, is the light on? Looks like it is, so we're going to test it. The light is on. SAS is go. Engine is start. Right, back off the engine. Pitch over. Yep. All right, easiest flight here. Don't want to get too crazy. Just get some lateral motion going. Getting a real good feel for this little lander. I really like the design too. The Musk Mk1 SciHopper, named after Elon Musk of SpaceX. So everything's looking good here. Let's go ahead and translate a little bit to the right. Pitch over on our back here. Slow our lateral velocity now. Got an ascent going. Let's back off the throttle. Get a descent going. Looking good. 2.5 down. I'm off the throttle. We're getting light, so we're still, there we go. Engine stop. Nice flight, right? Nice flight. All right, let's go ahead and observe our Science Junior. We'll get that. Let's go ahead and get both goos. Temperature here. Get the pressure. We have not needed our drogues, and I'll put the drogues on in case it just got squirrely on me. So try not to lose the vehicle. I could deploy those drogues to help slow down and stabilize my descent, my flight, and that type of stuff. That's my thinking there. Oh, there's the lights. That turns it on right there. Okay, gotcha. All right. Go ahead and recover the vehicle, get our science, and we are still trying to push to that 90 science to unlock that next skill tree. We're at 48, looking good. Let's fly that again. But now, well, I'm not really sure where it... Let's go to let's load this in spaceplane hangar. Let's load the SciHopper here into that, and let's launch onto the runway. I think I got most of the science from the runway, but we can then, I'm not sure if we did the Science Junior or not. So here we go. So here's the Musk Mk1. Let's load it up. She is. Not really sure of the orientations. That's okay. We can always do a little roll program or something. Let's go ahead and launch her now. Because again, I don't know if I put this onto, or I got the Science Junior science from the runway, so we'll have to check that out. Here we are. Light is still on. Yeah, she's not facing a good way, but that's okay. We can do a little roll program. Let's see if we've got... Yeah, we've already done this, so I'm going to reset that. All right, so what we're going to do is, this is going to be interesting. We're going to fly somewhere of the spaceplane hangar, so we're going to fly that way, which means we got to do a roll program. So staging is go, throttle is 2/3 set, and is go. SAS is go. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Go. You're now going to start a little roll program. Go. Roll program, and now a pitch program, and we're going to fly over to that spaceplane hangar. So I'm off the throttle a little bit. We got, I think, enough lateral velocity now. I'm off the throttle here. Start our descent. So just a little hopper maneuver. So now I know when I go into the spaceplane hangar and I save this, I'm going to need to rotate it 90 degrees. Kind of align it for launch, just that way I don't have to do such a big roll program. Back off the throttle, pitch over on our back, take out some of this lateral velocity. Getting lighter, so we're definitely going to have to come off the throttle a little bit to start our descent. There we go, we got a descent going. Got a nice stable descent. Dial in some more throttle just to take out. Off the throttle. Descent is happening. Looking good. Engine stop. There we go. So this should now be the space plane hangar. Here we go. Get all our stuff. Looking good here with these flights. I'm really pleased that this worked out here. All right. Recover the vehicle, get our science. Now do another hop. Here we go. Got our 17 science. Now getting up to 65. So in what, about 2 more hops, we will then have at least the science to unlock what we want. Then we can really, for mission 3, we can really start to press to orbit. So, and start to work on our ComSat system, because we need that, because I started my career with only having one place, one ComSat location, one base on Kerbin. So we're going to have to build ComSat system network around Kerbin. So, all right, so what I want to do now is, I know I want to grab this. All right, so now I don't want to do that. Do that, there we go. Now I want to go do that. But I think also what I want to do is I could do a smaller rotation. I think I actually want something like that. Let's go ahead now and save this. Now let's launch it. Now I think I got the orientation right, so we don't have to do as big of a roll program to get to some of the other locations on the Space Center. So everything's looking good. We've got light. There we go. See, now we're facing. This is the way the vehicle is oriented, just like that. So 2/3 throttle. So staging is go. Throttle is set and is go. SAS is go. T-5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And let's go ahead now. Go. Go ahead and start a pitch program. Let's fly this a little more aggressive this time. Still need just a little bit of a roll program. Go. Alright, there we go. Flying a much more aggressive flight. See where I want to go. I think this is the administration building, or the crew, or I think this is the astronaut center. So, alright, we got a lot of lateral velocity. Take that out. This is also good landing practice, so if you want to do this, this is really, really good landing practice for, there we go, look at that, coming down nice. Add a little bit more throttle. There we go, engine stop. Let's get our science. So we are getting better at this. Go ahead, capture that. Let's go ahead and get our mystery goo number 1. We get our, looks like we already, this is considered KSC, so we've already done this. Yeah, so, all right. Well, that is still considered ASC, which we did, so, all right. We did not get much science from that at all. Well, only 7 science, but we are approaching what we want, which is that 90 science. That would really now change our vehicles. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and launch again. I really want that aerodynamic fairing. That just really now would make them look like rockets. So you can play Kerbal Kareer any way you want. I am playing it basically unmanned with my Comrade program here. I also want some reality, so I want that aerodynamic fairing. So there's our where we want to go. So staging is go, throttle is set and go, SAS is go. So flight we are go, T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine start. Ignition, and let's go ahead and fly again. A fairly aggressive flight here. Looks like we've only got about a minute or so worth of fuel. Haven't really been timing it, so I really don't know. But back off the throttle. Getting a little high. Well, that's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go over here, so we know we need to change our profile here. Got a really fast descent going. Okay, I'm getting a little squirrely here. Start correcting this. Alright, we're going to abort. I don't like this at all. Going to deploy the drogues. Boom! And we lost... Oh, we did not lose we lost the science. So it somewhat saved the vehicle. So let's go ahead and... Alright, so we got all the sites considered around KSC also. So there we go. Got a little crazy there on that flight. Lost really control of the vehicle. So tried to use the drogues. Probably should have just used my fuel. Got as high as I can. And see what happened. Of course, I guess we could do a modification of this. Yeah. I just thought about this. One of the things, we've got enough thrust to weight ratio, we can actually add some more weight onto this. And so for another modification, what we can do is not letting me. So strange. Let's return to the space center. I'm not sure. I was going to try to put a, not sure. Oh, maybe because I have that Science Junior design that way. Since I moved it down, that it's now, the node won't let me put the Mark 16 parachute there. That might be the issue. Go ahead and load up the Musk Mk1. Now let's see about putting see, it won't let me because I think I've spliced that. Now what does this do? Still not let me do that. All right, well, can figure that out some other flight. So because the lander works great, I'm really liking this, but maybe we can just do a longer flight. Why not, huh? Let's go ahead and launch. Let's just launch from the space center. Let's just do a longer flight, see what happens. Did we ever? Yeah, we went to the space plane hangar. So all right, so let's just be, I'm gonna do a very aggressive flight here. So staging is go, throttle is set to full and is go, SAS is go, flight we are go. T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and launch. Start our pitch right here. Here we go. I see where we want to go. Those like barracks. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a fun flight. Look at this. Start to just kind of pitch over on our back. You take out some of this lateral velocity. I've got a pretty big ascent going. Usually 2/3 throttle seems to be about what we want. Yeah, we can just fly from the... Fly this thing around the Space Center like this. Take out our lateral velocity. Go. Starting the descent. Oh, nope. There we go. And there we go. Nice flight. Let's see what we get here. Is this a location I can get more stuff? Yes, sir. From the R&D. Getting science from the R&D. Looking real good with all of our science. Here we go. Recover the vehicle. All right, this should take us, I think, to 90, does it not? Oh, yes, it does. So now, what we wanted was that right there, advanced construction. So here we go. This is what we talked about. This is what we want. So now we can get the aerodynamic fairing here, the 1.25 meter aerodynamic fairing. I don't think I really want anything else right now because I don't know what it does. That's real sharp now. I really like that. Got the struts. Ooh, you know the other thing we can go ahead and get? Go ahead and get this for the launch pad. That would be great. What is this? Structural fuselage. This looks to be a 1.25 meter structure. I really don't know, so I'm gonna not purchase that right now. So there we go. Now, one of the things I just noticed in that last launch, let's load the SciHopper again. But can we launch at other places already? It said choose your launch site. So let's, yes. So we have this. Let's go to the Woomerang. Can we now get science from here without even having to do a launch? Just go to our different launch centers? Never really even noticed that in Kerbal Space Program here on the Xbox One. Let's see what this entails. Yeah, look at this. Does this give us science also? Yes, it does. I wonder if I can then just hop off of here and get more science. Let's do a little hopper and let's just, yeah. Let's just test this here. The throttle, staging is go. Throttle is set to full and is go. Now throttle is set and is go. SAS is go. Flight we are go. T-bind is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine start. Start pitch program. Let's just go over here into the grass. Let's just go for a little ways. All right, back off the throttle. See how far we have to go before we... This is considered like a different biome. So. Oh, that was not good. Not good at all. So descent looks like I destroyed the engine on impact. Doesn't look like I destroyed anything else, so that's good. Let's see what this is now. A different area? Yeah, it is. It's the grasslands. Oh, yeah, we're going to get so much more science now. Barometer I want. Really now somewhat of a little game changer here. This is really, really good. We can fly to the grasslands. We're going to do that hop again from, what was that, Woomerang? The Woomerang Center? Yeah, 25 science. Man, that is... Go. Launch again. Launch from the Woomerang again. Let's fly out to the grasslands and get that science. All right, let's launch the Woomerang. Then we got the desert. Then I think we'll probably be done here for mission 2 for the hop missions. You're just hopping around Kerbin here. Yeah, excellent, excellent, excellent. So staging is set. Throttle is set and go. SAS is go. Flight we're go. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine start. Start our pitch program. Don't think I have to go too far, but I want to get far enough away so it doesn't like count that I'm at the launch center. The descent going. Go ahead and back off the throttle. Alright, now we've got a descent. Good. About 3, so looking good. I like it. I like it. And engine stop. Here we go. Go ahead and now observe this. We can go to the Desert Launch Center, get that science. We've already done this, so that's going to be just a little bit of science, nothing else really to do. So let's recover the vehicle. Very, very nice. We are getting so much science. This is great. This little idea of doing this little SciHopper, the Musk Mk1 SciHopper, named after Elon Musk of SpaceX, with their amazing technology, especially their landing technology, which might be kind of difficult to do here on Kerbal Space Program on the Xbox One. So we're up to 34 science now. Go ahead and go into the Space Center. Now let's go to the Desert Space Center, get that science, and do 2 hops there. One is actually not even a hop. It's just get there, get the science at the Space Center, then fly out into the desert and get the science there. So, all right, choose the Launch Center, Desert. All right, loading a new launch center here out in the desert. That's so cool. Bigger. It's got like wind turbines out there and stuff. Oh, it's got a runway too, it looks like. Might need to fly a couple hops here. So let's just go ahead and the science should be about 17 or so again. real good here. There we go. Over the vehicle. Now we need to fly out into the desert, but like I said, with that runway and stuff, I wonder if there's some other locations at that center. So getting up to 51. Launch again. So just doing some hops around Kerbin. We are just hopping around Kerbin. Real easy flights. Really like this hopper design. So use the launch site. Let's go back to the desert. Let's hop out into the desert. Actually, let's fly over this space center, see what this brings. So okay, so staging is go. Now we're gonna fly over and check that out, see what's over there. All right, so staging is go. Throttle is set and is go. SAS is go. Flight, we're go. So T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine start. Let's start immediate pitch program. Look at this. Got a nice flight going. Yeah, look. There's a runway. I don't see a hangar, but I definitely see a runway. Look at that. Pitch over on our back, stop our lateral, slow down our lateral velocity. We do have a descent here, so we need to dial in some throttle. Looking real good. Back off the throttle. Yeah, we got wind turbines. This desert dirt runway. A nice descent going here. On down. 2.5 down. Dialing just a little bit more throttle for touchdown. Touchdown. Now let's see what this is. Is this considered a runway? The desert, the launch center, the airfield. Yes, it is. Amazing. At that. Oh. Everything. So another 17 science. We go. Cover the vehicle. Oh, man, the other one, the Woomerang launch, I don't think it had I didn't see anything on the horizon when we were there to see if it had a runway. So wow, these are some great launch centers. I don't even know where they're at on Kerbin. So eventually see. So 68 science. So all right, so we never really made it to the desert, so still the airfield. So let's go ahead and launch that again. Let's go out into the desert. That should get us real close. Probably 2 more flights somewhere. See what we can do for this. We might need to fly the Mark III one more time, the Comrade Mark III. Just go up into the mountains and get some science at that biome. So, all right, let's go ahead and choose the desert again. We are going to fly out to the desert. Get the science. Should take us to 75 or so, I think it was, or something. 80, and then we're going to do maybe 1 flight, just a ballistic flight to go up into the mountains to get the science up in a different biome. That will probably conclude mission 2 here of hopping around Kerbin. All right, so I'm going to dial in a roll program, and we're going to do a 180 roll and go out here that direction. So that is what the mission profile is going to look like. So Staging is go. Throttle is set and is go. SAS is go. Flight, we're go. T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Start a roll program. Here we go. Roll program is complete. Let's change our view. Let's start our pitch program now. We're just going to fly this out here, out into the desert. Got a nice shadow now for orientation, so that's really nice. Go. A little bit of an ascent going. As we burn the fuel, we get lighter, so we want to dial back off the throttle. Alright. Go ahead, slow down our lateral velocity. We've got a descent going, so let's go ahead and dial in a little bit of throttle. Looking real good. We have our light, back off the throttle, continue our descent. There we go. Dial in some throttle, engine stop, nice. This now, oh no, don't cover. This now should be the desert. Yes. Been real good. Gather all the science from the desert. Right. Ooh, what a good hops here. The Musk Mk1 SciHopper is really performing well. We only lost the one vehicle just because I just had poor piloting skills for that flight. Tried to be real aggressive and stuff and just did not work out. I think the drogues would have worked out, but I should have just got higher. That was just completely pilot error. So 85, so excellent. Being close to that elusive. So did we go to the administration building? I don't think we landed at the administration building. We might have another flight we could do here. Yeah, I think we need to go to the administration building. Let's launch here, fly around, go land at the administration building. Because I think we went to the astronaut building and that was considered KSC still. But didn't give us any extra science. So, all right, let's choose our launch site. There it is. So easy flight now for us. Shouldn't be any problems. We're getting pretty comfortable here flying the Musk Mk1 SciHopper. Need to get a picture of the SciHopper before we finish here at mission 2 of our Kerbal Kareer. Alright, staging is go, throttle is set and is go, SAS is go, flight we're go, T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Start the pitch profile. Just a little bit more fuel. We're actually going to have to fly around the VAB, so. Alright, we got a lot of lateral velocity, so we're going to have to watch this now. Got a little bit more throttle. Start an ascent. Or actually, this is this almost level flight. There we go. Now we got an ascent. Back off the throttle just a little bit. Looks like we burnt through about 75% fuel, so this is the longest flight we've ever attempted here in the Musk Mk1 SciHopper. Named after Elon Musk of SpaceX, so. Alright, I see our landing site. Let's go ahead now and start pitching the vehicle onto its back. Slow our lateral velocity. Looking good. Go. Taking out most of the lateral velocity. Start a descent here. Go. Engine stop. Nice flight. Nice flight, Uncle Mike. Nice flight. Yes, administration building. Another 17 science is going to take us over the 90. Now we can pick a new skill in the R&D tree. Here we go. Another 17 science, which now will take us, we will pick, and that will conclude mission 2 here of Uncle Mike's Kerbal Kareer. There we are, 102 science. Now let's go see what we would want to pick here. To do some of the flight stuff. Don't really, it looks like we need that. What I really want is something up here. We have any? Yeah, so we do have a small. God, can't get any of this. Don't want that. Don't need any extra landers. What is this? 2.5. Those are bigger heat shields. Do I already have the smaller heat shield available to me? Yeah, right there. That right there. So this is a smaller heat shield. Might want to take that. Yeah, I think we're going to buy the smaller heat shield. But now we've really got to think about what we want to buy. Want that. I can't get those. I could get this, but I don't want it. That's aviation stuff. I'm going to focus on aerospace and flight. I've already got that. This is fuel systems, so those are bigger fuel systems, so I really need the bigger engines first, which gives us, yeah, the kickback, cool, the poodle, the skipper, the wolfhound. Very cool. So yeah, we're going to purchase that. All right. I want to go ahead and purchase any of these. Today. Gimbal, yep, gimbal, gimbal, more gimbal. Solid rocket booster, that's cool. I could get into, you know what? Looking at these. See, the poodle engine is really for the vacuum of space, so I really don't want that. I want bigger launch. So this is thrust. That's a huge one. The skipper, oh my god, that's huge. This is very interesting. So I'm definitely going to buy the kickback. Definitely going to buy, I think, the skipper. Or do I want the wolfhound? I mean, the skipper has got massive amounts of thrust. We could, I just don't see that we need that much. So I'm going to get the wolfhound. There we go. So we got the wolfhound. Plus, that's, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Because we're trying to launch. So we could use this for 375. What has the are we right over here? Right here. What does the swivel do? 215. So yeah, so we've got a pretty substantial engine now that we can use. Plus we've got that solid rocket booster here, the kickback. That might be interesting to try. And we've got our fairing, so we can start working on the Comrade Mark IV unmanned vehicle. We need to start working on putting a ComSat network, so need to probably do some research. Maybe in mission 3 here, what we will do is we will consider putting at least a satellite up into geostationary orbit, or Kerbal stationary orbit. So all right, well, thumbs up because you're amazing. Subscribe, chime that bell to get notified. I am Uncle Mike.